Welcome to Silent Beats, a space where we honor the pauses in life as much as the melody. I'm AJ. I've been gone for a few weeks. I've been sick and traveling. And after you travel so many times and pack your schedule, your body sometimes, like it did to me, says, oh, you stopped for 2 seconds. Now I'm going to force you to rest by being sick. So I'm back. I'm here as your transcriber, capturing the wisdom in stillness, the beauty in quiet moments, and the lessons we learn when we simply pause. Today, I want to begin with a quote. It's from a banker and archaeologist. His name is John Lubbock. He once said, "Rest is not idleness, and to lie sometimes on the grass, under trees, on a summer's day, listening to the murmur of the water, or watching the clouds float across the sky is by no means a waste of time." One of my favorite books that's sitting by my window downstairs is about clouds, the different types of clouds. And this is a simple thought about clouds. And I remember my late husband pointing out, oh, look at that cloud. It looks like a turtle. Oh, look at that cloud. It looks like a dinosaur. It was so fun. How he found such small joy in just looking up at the sky. And now he's there. And I feel like I often notice clouds now that look like God's eyes or God's eyelashes because of him. So it's a simple thought, but it is one that feels almost radical in today's world, because somewhere along the way, we started to believe that rest, pausing, looking up at the sky, like true, deep, intentional rest, that it's unproductive, that slowing down means we're falling behind, that if we're not doing something, we must be doing nothing. But what if I told you that rest is not only valuable, it's essential? I like to call myself an essentialist because I'm not quite a minimalist, but I do like to have the essentials. And not just for our bodies, but for our minds, our creativity, and our ability to navigate this journey of life. Think about the last time you truly rested. Not just the kind where you collapse at the end of the day, exhausted for all the things you did, not just sleep, but the kind of rest where you let yourself be. For me, it wasn't always easy. As a widowed single mother, often felt like a luxury I couldn't afford. There were always things to do, responsibilities, deadlines, people depending on me, taking care of the entire house, all the cars, everything. It all rested on me. And when I did have a rare quiet moment, I felt guilty, like I should be doing something useful. But here's the thing. When we resist rest, we resist restoration. When we resist restoration, we slowly lose the very energy, creativity, and strength that allows us to show up fully in our lives. And science backs this up. You know, I'm a science girly, so studies have shown that our brains are most creative, most insightful, not when they're crammed with task after task, distraction after distraction, but when they have space, when we let our minds wander, when we do what Lubbock describes, lying in the grass, listening to the water, watching the sky. Growing up on a ranch, that was the normal of my life as a child. Because in those moments, we weren't wasting time. We were reconnecting with ourselves. In life, as in music, the pauses matter as much as the melody. Imagine listening to a song with no spaces between the notes. It would be overwhelming, chaotic, just noise. But with the right balance of sound and silence, music breathes. It moves us. It means something. And so does your life. So if you've been running, pushing, filling every moment with productivity, what would happen if you stopped? Just for a moment. What if instead of measuring time in checklists and achievements, you measured it in being? Maybe it looks like sitting by a window with your morning drink and letting your thoughts drift. Maybe it's an afternoon walk without your phone. Maybe it's lying on the grass, like Lubbock suggested, and remembering that the sky has been floating above you this whole time, waiting for you to notice it. Rest is not idleness. It is not laziness. It is the space where we return to ourselves. And I had the hard reminder of that this week. It's where we breathe again. And when we embrace it, we don't lose time. We find it. So today I invite you to find a moment of quiet. Let go of the guilt, let go of the need to fill every moment, and trust in the stillness, in the pause. You are exactly where you need to be. Because the music of life is not just in the movement, it's in the spaces between. Thank you for sharing this moment with me. If these words, this episode resonates with you, take it into your everyday. And if you're looking for more ways to create space for what truly matters, visit amandajoyce.com. I'm putting together a course called Unpack Your Heart, and Lesson 7 talks on this very subject. It dives deeper into rest. So check that out. It launches in a few weeks on my 40th birthday. I wanted to leave some kind of legacy hitting this big milestone in life and rediscover your heart a little in this course. So until next time, keep breathing, keep feeling, and remember, the music never truly stops. It just changes. I'll meet you in the next quiet moment.